Hey y'all, so I am back. I am feeling much better than yesterday. Like, oof, I was just bedridden, Lord. But yes, here's my Married to Medicine review. Let's get into the episode. So we left off with Toya being a hot drunken mess. She got up from the ladies and went over to the men's table and started bothering them. Now she goes over to the table and she starts saying, well, I'm tired of your wife doing this. I'm tired of your wife doing that. What is wrong with her? And why is everybody just okay with her acting like this? Like, she is really putting 20 on 10 right now. And Toya, this situation has nothing to do with you. Simone and Heavenly's relationship, nothing to do with you. Simone's relationship with Jackie has nothing to do with you. So I'm not sure why is this getting on your nerves. So the ladies continue their conversation, and Simone tells Heavenly, maybe I should have reached out to you and let you know that I'm not harboring any type of ill will. And it looks like they're settling to be cordial. So now Heavenly brings up the elephant in the room, which is Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone not speaking. So Simone's issue with Jackie seems to be that she's undervaluing their 20-year relationship and comparing their friendship with Heavenly as the same thing. And she's saying, no, my friendship with you should be priority. Now, I can understand that. Like, her friendship with Heavenly, 3-4 years compared to 20 years? I get that. So then in turn, Jackie's problem with Simone is she feels that Simone did not have her back when it came to the Buffy infertile situation. And from watching that season, it didn't look like Simone had Jackie's back, in my opinion. Simone says, well, I did have your back, and you should know this. But yes, Simone is basically offended now that Jackie thought that she didn't have her back. So then Simone just gets up and storms off because she's angry now. Simone is ready to go. So she goes back to Heavenly and Jackie and says, you know what, we're gonna go. This situation did not go well. Heavenly is still trying to keep it cute, surprisingly, and saying, well, I thought we made some progress. And at first, Simone says, well, what's going on between me and Jackie has nothing to do with what's going on between me and you anymore. But then Simone brings up, I'm just disappointed how you went down in the gutter. And they're referring to when Heavenly got into it with Simone's husband. So now Heavenly is pissed. She brings up that Simone's husband started first and she was just retaliating the energy that he gave. So now she's getting into Simone's face right now and they're yelling back and forth. They get louder, the new girl get in the middle of it, Jackie now getting in the middle, trying to separate them. And yeah, the party's a disaster. I'm just wondering, I thought they were past this. And then Heavenly ends it with, I was just trying to get along with your dirty ass. All the husbands, they just look defeated. They look tired. They really look like they're about to go to blows right now. I mean, I would love to see it because, the first season of Married to Medicine, they actually, went to blows. But now I guess they can't show any more fights. Yeah, I think that would be bad if they showed 2 black female doctors fighting. Yeah, that would be terrible. But yes, Contessa reminds us that she has been breaking up the fights for a few seasons and she needs to start being paid for this. All the husbands, they're like, Black Lives Matter is happening, COVID is happening, black people are under attack. Why are y'all women keep fighting with each other? They all get back to the car and then Toya now, she's like, do I need to go fight a bitch? Toya, what you gonna do? You almost got your ass whipped season 1 by Mariah. So let's just stay your drunk ass in the van. So next scene, we're with Toya, and she's having a conversation with her boys. Now, the only thing I got from this scene was that she's putting the boys in a new school, and she told them that how much she's paying for the both of them, and it's $25,000 each. I mean, I honestly didn't know Toya had it like that. Or let me say, I didn't know Dr. Eugene had it like that, but good for them. Next scene, we're with Contessa and her husband, and they're at the site of her new practice that she's building. Oh, so they're starting a practice together. Okay, that's nice. Nothing else is happening, so fast forward. Okay, so I was about to fast forward, but now they're getting into it about counseling. Her husband thinks that they don't really need anymore. This show really makes me not want to get married. It looks like they're still having issues because I think they were the couple that were on the outs. Because it's every season there's a couple's relationship that's in peril. First it was Dr. Jackie with the cheating scandal, then it was Simone, then it was Contessa. Who is it this season? So next scene we're with Dr. Heavenly. She's at her practice and Funky Dineva walks in and he is a client and friend of Dr. Heavenly. They're showing he's a YouTube blogger, gossip blogger, and yeah, I'm glad Heavenly respects his profession. Like, he's a YouTuber, because she definitely questioned is blogging a real job. This basically feels like a little infomercial for Dr. Heavenly's practice, so I might just fast forward through this. Now, I do say a lot of things about Dr. Heavenly, her being evil, she has a black soul, she's a disgusting person, but she is very good at her job. I will say that. Like, I'll let her fix my mouth. And the first thing that one does when they get, some coin is they get their motherfucking teeth fixed. And, I would love to get this fixed, maybe get rid of that, like my little hound's tooth or whatever, So yeah, Dr. Heavenly, if you're watching, hook a brother up. I'm just reviewing what I see on here. It's nothing personal, because, people be hating on me about Kenya too. And the thing is, I think Kenya's a great person outside the show, but I'm critiquing what I see on the show. But anyway, okay, so next scene we're with the new chick. We're being introduced to her. Her name is Anila. She's still being showed as Toya's friend, but I'm guessing that's just how she knows all the ladies. That's Toya's friend. Is she biracial? Is she black and Indian, or is she just Indian? If you know, let me know in the comments. My first impression of Anila, she looks nice, beautiful family. She's been with her husband for 7 years. Her job, she said, before she became a housewife and full-time mom, she said, well, you seen the movie Devil Wears Prada? That's what I did. Well, I'm gonna need you to clarify, sis, because Annie's job was like an assistant. Or did you do what Miranda Priestley did at the magazine? So now she's telling us how she met Toya. They both live in the same neighborhood, and then they clicked immediately. Toya introduced her to all her friends, and I'm pretty sure this is how she got on the show. Hopefully she's able to bring the mess, because that's what we come for. Next, we're with Simone, and she's celebrating a tailgate in front of her practice for her son that just graduated high school. Jeez, her son just looks so much older than when we saw him 8 years ago. It's just crazy how the kids just grow up on here. Fine looking young man. Definitely the teeth in Simone's family. Oh my God, they run in the family, those teeth. Anyway, every time I see that ugly tank truck that Toya husband drive and pull up in, I'm just like, oh my God, that's an ugly ass truck. I think I'll always say that. It's not going to change. Do y'all think that truck is ugly? It's ugly to me. But yeah, they're just celebrating. The barbecue looks good. Also with this event, we noticed that she did not invite Dr. Jackie. Now what sucks about this situation is Dr. Jackie delivered Simone's kids and she watched them grow up. So it really sucks that they just haven't gotten it together yet. But yeah, other than that, nothing else happened in this scene, so we can move right along. So next scene we're with Dr. Jackie, and she's just getting home from work. Her husband's cooking. We hear that Dr. Jackie turns her on when her husband is cooking for her. I get that air fryer is life-changing, believe me, I know, but this chicken, it does not look good. I mean, it looks heavily under-seasoned. I'm sure it's healthy, but it just looked like chicken strips that was just thrown in the air fryer. It don't look nothing special. It's just bland-ass chicken with some vegetables. Can they stop it with the porno music as they're just gazing into each other's eyes? What am I watching? That chicken looked like it need all the sauces to make that shit taste good. So they're just discussing the events that happened in Dr. Heavenly's place, how crazy that was. And she's talking about her and Simone's friendship, which I'm just thinking can't they just talk it out? 20 years? I feel like they're doing this on purpose. This is just a plot line. Because what really happened really ain't that big of a deal anymore. Buffy isn't in the picture anymore. It seems like you and Heavenly can be cordial. So what's the issue with you and your homegirl? Hopefully, by the next episode, they will be friends again. She also mentions how upset she is that she didn't get an invite to Simone's son's graduation party. I delivered him. I was the first person to touch him, and damn, it's like a dagger. So yeah, we're back at Simone's event. Looks like it's still going on. She's talking with Anila and Toya. If she can invite Anila to this. She could have invited Dr. Jackie to this. Even with what they have going on with each other, it could have been an olive branch. Simone's telling Toya that she put her ego to the side, her pride to the side, and told her flat out what was the problem. But there was no solution from it, so what was the point anyway? Whew, this episode got a lot of filler, don't it? Hell, y'all were right. I guess I didn't really miss anything with this episode. So next scene we're with Dr. Simone, and she's pulling up to Heavenly's house, who she almost had blows with earlier in the episode. So she can go to Dr. Heavenly and put everything aside, but she can't go see her friend of 20 years, Dr. Jackie. So surprisingly, they're having a very grown woman conversation. Dr. Heavenly apologizes. She says she felt some kind of way about Simone when Mariah came forward with these receipts saying Dr. Damon was cheating on her. She said she felt Simone was taking in delight with this. And Simone tells her, I really wasn't, and I appreciate you actually telling me this. So yeah, it looks like they're good. Dr. Heavenly says she's sorry for her words and she's gonna watch her words next time. So now that they're good, Simone asks Heavenly how Dr. Jackie is doing. And now Simone says that she is open to talking to Dr. Jackie. Hopefully in the next episode, they can squash this shit and we won't ever have to go through this again. Oh my God, and then the episode ends with Heavenly's dog, I'm guessing picking up like a dead baby squirrel or some shit like that, and he runs off with it in its mouth. They go off screaming, and yeah, that's where it ends. This episode was a lot of filler. I was a little entertained still. I guess me being bedridden yesterday really didn't even matter because this episode was just a meh. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next video. Bye.